afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting Propagandacast with me, host ImperialDane, Master Propaganda Hero, like Defender of the Fatherland, your Lord and Master, who drives you ever on faster. Off here to a 2 vs 2 on Crossing in the Woods. The setting is 1944. Somewhere around the Hütgen Forest, the Allies are trying to push their way through and the Germans are striking back. In the north, you got ImperialDane and Melker fighting here for the German army. Deutschland, the 21st Panzer Division, mobilized for a righteous counterattack. In the south, you got Rin and Valkyrie fighting for the Allies here. The 3rd Armored Division backed up by elements of the 52nd Infantry Division. We got Infantry, Heavy Cavalry, Airborne, Commando, Royal Artillery, and Advanced Emplacement Regiment. A lot of infantry, machine gun, and tank and such there for them versus elite troops, German Infantry, Encirclement, Spec Ops, Fortifications, Firestorm with Stormtrooper, Half-Tack, Panzerfaust, Infantry, and Stukas of Woods bulletins there. We got triple sections out here for Rin. In the east, we got Valkyrie out here with lots of riflemen coming up here aggressively. Both sides pushing for the fuel points here. In this case, the British player reaches the western fuel point before me, in which case, I'm basically going to try and play around there. I'm basically going to try and force him to move away from the fuel, because if it just take head on, I'm either going to have to attack through here, I'm going to have to deal with this. Either way, it's not a particularly effective line of action for the Wehrmacht. I'm just going to grind myself down, since the British are much better at that than this defending from these positions. So my overall plan is going to try and sort of slightly somehow screen this off, and then I'm going to try and push for the cut-off point here, forcing them to have to counterattack towards here, ruining most of the advantages, and sort of that way trying to, turn the fight in my favour. We'll see how that works out. In the east, Melker here moves up, aggressively moving in with the Sturmpioneers, following up here in the wake of the initial push for Deutschland. Going to flank up here behind the right from the Sturmpioneers. Good move, the folks are drawing fire here. Good play there, now sandwiching the riflemen and the liaison between the Sturmpioneers. So the folks going to do is there. Very good, very good. Getting him some good hits there. Pushing up, hitting with some section up there again, slightly basically giving up the screening plan for now. Just going to push for here, the cutoff point instead. On the looks like I'm going to leave the machine gun here for the screening either way. The plan is now to hit for the cutoff point. That would deny them access to the western fuel, and again drawing them out from here, because most of this territory, unless we get to the fuel point, is not going to matter hugely to me anyways, in a sense, because I want the fuel. I need the fuel to get panzers up, but also more importantly tonight to the Allies, in particular versus the British, who you do not want to take up fast. Actually not in a 2 vs 2. So in that regard, just denying them fuel I think is quite critical. In the east, Melker making good progress there again, continuing with his flanking efforts. He's outmaneuvering and destroying Valkyrie's forces there. Minor detail. It's a good play there by Melker. Valkyrie there slightly wrong-footed, and there you go. Leaving him to defend him, machine gun also as well. So right, he's standing about, but ultimately it's not going to matter too much, since he's not getting his resources. And I've got the fuel here in the east thanks to Melker, so I'm not too put off. I'm going for flamethrowers, another machine gun to help deal with the infantry sections, and continue just to defend the cutoff on here with my grenadiers, machine gun. Take up here, already done by way for Rin, and he's bringing up the sniper. So only one way of countering this. Mortars out for Valkyrie for the 3rd Armoured. Machine gun leads to continue on watch, and there you go, machine gun dealing with the section pioneers raising forts. There you go, both sections pushed away, leaving now this entire little compartment open, denouting the fuel, cleared it out, and all by the beautiful art of not attacking head on, but instead looking for a more oblique angle of attack, and in this case attacking what's not defended, the cut-off point, and that way drawing them out, or in this case just isolating them and then attacking better on. So that's one way of dealing with it here. In the east, Melker continuing to do well, but of course he's now in the defensive, which Steelbook is not necessarily hugely amazing at, since they lack the sort of machine guns immediately plus any artillery, so it becomes much harder for Melker to defend. He's just going to have to fall back at some point, or at least set up for some more, shall we say, ambush tactics, where he tries to draw his opponents in place where he can then sort of flank and counter-attack. The machine gun continue to defend here for a bit longer, as I try to push westwards here to grab the resources there. Good night to the Tommies, to the Inselhafen. Basel has arrived, so be prepared. He seems very energetic all of a sudden. So any sort of weird noises is most likely going to be the cat either purring or meowing or whatever. Moving up for the centre here. So far Valkyrie's efforts continue stymied, but in the end Melker's forced to deplete here, or retreat. Most of his units are in, well, a depleted state. Trying to flank up behind here, moving up here again, troops reinforcing. Like to make us going to be up to go here. Cat assaulting my hand. Playfully, but still attacking it. He's a very playful kitten when he's out active. Pushing up here against the section. Sniper so far needs backing up Valkyrie, as Valkyrie clearly needs the effort, and probably because Renner decided he's not going to try and take it on into me because I've got machine guns, and I've got a lot of them. Comparatively, Melker is not quite rich on machine guns as of yet. Welcome to the Machine Gun Enrichment Center. You will have to wait for your order. It's going to be a bit longer. Meanwhile, mechanized ring here ready for Melker. That'll probably be a look here to push against the Tommies. Sniper's moving up. And his skilly suit with an anti-tank rifle, which is not something I really recall the British ever used. That was more of a third thing, and that was used to clear up bunkers. As for ghillie suits, the Germans also make use of those. I'm pretty sure most snipers make use of them. Incendiary grenade over in the rifle, Focus pushing forward, mortar firing down. The Sturmpionier advancing, Focus backing up here. Big push here from Melker, but head on this time though. Valkyrie's much better prepared. He's also gone for infantry. He's got sandbags up, and this is going to make it a bit more critical here, and it's dangerous for Melker to make these sort of head-on assaults within this sort of, say, flanking elements. But so far, they're just working out through sheer will, force, mostly force though, mostly just absolute brute force as he hammers Valkyrie into the dirt. Though Valkyrie's going to soon be in a state to punish this much better with a Brown Light machine gun. It's going to make it much harder for him to push ahead. Machine gun opening up here. I've gone for encirclement, because I want ambush camouflage to sort of try and counter the sniper. If you can sort of set it up correctly, you can actually catch a sniper with a machine gun and kill him. Though that usually works best with a Vickers machine gun. Don't ask why. We got Advanced Emplacement, leaving Melker basically the only one without the doctrine at the moment. We got points being secured. Now we got Melker coming in, basically push back Valkyrie. For now, he takes an opportunity to sort of sneak up and hit Lane in the rear. Very good play there on Melker. Something he's very skillful at. Also, I prefer playing with him if I do play 2 versus 2s, because he's one of the few Oberkommando players who actually knows how to flank. Surprisingly, it's a very rare skill in team games for Oberkommando players, actually flanking. It's a little fun note there. Machine gun setting up here, hiding out very nicely behind the barrels. Yeah, so it never sees it coming. She will hear it coming if you don't shut up, Friedrich. Fortunately, here with a section in the there. We got Brown Light machine guns up here for some of Valkyrie's many. So enough. Reasons first, not the rifle. We got the AC out here as well for Rin to put a bit of pressure more there on the Hans the Jerry's. Rolling ahead there for King and Country. The Commonwealth going to easily spot out in the open. Quickly taking us a few losses there from the sections. Grenadier pushing back the section in there. Go repulsed in the east. Machine gun sending up here. So Melker does not have the machine gun there though. Only the less well sung about MG34, which was otherwise an excellent machine gun though. Much harder to maintain and make, and a bunch of other things compared to the MG42. Funnily enough, a lot of the weapons from sort of that period there were actually very, I would say, over-engineered for some reason. Anyway, Stukas of Us over Melker. Personally, not a big fan of that move, particularly this early on. I mean, it can work, but usually the Stukas of Us is it's not very accurate a lot of the time. It requires a lot of skill to sort of really get anything serious out of it. I'm sure if you go for it in the early game, you can actually risk it takes ages for them to sort of really get anywhere with it, so it can end up being a slightly dead investment. So personally, not something I'd recommend. But of course, for Melker, that's another story. Anyways, we'll see what works out for him. Through their patrolling, moving about, trying to stop the Tommies and also maybe catch a free path to the sniper. Nonetheless, sticking in here, pushing 40, grabbing the fuel point back here for King and Country in the east. Melker being pushed back there by the rifle, pack 40 on the way here for the German army. The punts out the Kanone field sick. Also, that tank trap has been thoroughly wired in. It's not going anywhere at all. Machine gun in ambush mode here. 2-2 falling back, troops retreating. Punts out the Kanone field sick almost done. In this case, just home the sniper was and then shoot it to bits. Section being blasted, the AC moving up here, gonna fire a semi-final cannon. Stukas of Hus there moving about. Stukas of Hus is, by the way, we're actually part of a Panzer Division's Panzerpionier Abteilung. A battalion or detachment. We're usually part of the Panzer Pioneers heavy weapons company with act as the artillery. Trying to catch a sniper and a misclick, much to my chagrin, and then of course it resets out. I try to sort of stop it, but of course by that stage too late. I lose the ambush bonus and everything. And particularly here, negative code been a great for actually caught the sniper. They're probably been a wipe. So I mean, as you might notice there, had it worked out, they'd have been dead there. So I mean, it's a sort of fun counter, but ambush machine guns can work against snipers, and in general, ambush camouflage just works great anything with any decent amount of firepower, and it just makes whatever automatic weapon so much more lethal. Light machine guns, panzer grenadiers, G43s, heavy machine guns, they all become so much better with a bit of ambush camouflage. Meanwhile, Melker here so far actually giving up the eastern side to quickly sort of switch over to support me here aggressively, leaving Valkyrie there to just sort of hang about there in the east. And it seems like Valkyrie, for now at least, doesn't realise what's going on here until it's too late. Basically ensuring that Melker can get maximum shock value in here against being forcing away then also shocking me a bit that he's sunswitching over here, but it's so far working out there. Machine coming out the flank here, making it harder here for Valkyrie to immediately support. So good setup there by Melker as well, striking at the mortar emplacement, fully pushing back the AC as well here. Sniper hanging back, but striking a bit here. I'm taking up this opportunity to move up the Pack 40 to support him, try and take out the mortar emplacement. We got Brandhand Grenade off here from Melker's full grenadier as well here, and almost got the mortar emplacement. Of course, Melker's going to have to fall back, but at the same time he's now drawn everything in here, which could of course open up the front here as well. So overall, good shifting attack there by Melker. Keeps the opponent a bit off balance. Supports me in the process as well. So really good attack there by Melker. Thumbs up there. 50 caliber caught by the machine gun. Now the machine gun, the MG34 that is getting mortared itself. You got sandbags up. You can see there Valkyrie is really beginning to dig in there. He wants to prepare as positions there, expecting Melker to make another assault there for the fatherland. Hear those cries of Ensig as he crosses, past the trees. Anyways, machine gun there blasting away. They need to fall back soon. In this case, we got light machine gun backing up here from on the small ridge there. Come on, Helmut, just like we trained. Shoot at the tea packets. They'll actually force themselves in front of them to save them. The idiots, those Tommies. Pushing up the section here in the centre, Pack 40 exposed, and the machine crew got wiped here by a nice executed flank there by Valkyrie. Being near without a machine gun, much to my chagrin. Stuttgart's first moving up here, take up down, they need to get up support of course soon. Panzers will certainly assist Das Fastland, notably here. And they're actually not been able to do a lot here, partly due to the terrain, and I probably should have gone for a 251.5 track instead, to be honest, which I kind of also prefer. Anyways, massive push here, a bit of a block to be honest with Melker, but there you go, catches the machine gun, punish it. For some reason, Valkyrie stuffed it in there. Guess Valkyrie might have been feeling bullish after wiping it, didn't quite think it through, and I could actually get back the machine gun. Another Stuttgart barrage here from Melker. So far though, it is not making much of an impact. It's fired 2 barrages and so far only 3 kills. And before through the firing rate, suppressing some troops. So far though, the German army, the 21st Panzer Division remains on the defensive for a bit here. They're trying to counterattack here. Melker is certainly leading the effort here with assault rifles, spirit, and lots of blood. But at the same time as all this is happening here, sneaking up here to harass in the east, grabbing back the fuel point there for Das Varsland. Well played there by Melker. Mines being laid down as well with the Schumine. So pressing around here, we got the AC moving up again. Ambush camouflage on the from Maschinengewehr. Support McCall going up there for the Deutsche Army. Center being grabbed though. I think Death is having a better grasp on the full screens that we could see Melker lose a unit to all that machine gun fire. AC hanging back, harassed on the fuel point again. Sturmgeschütz on the way, because at this stage I'm anticipating we're going to get hit by a lot of armor. The fuel situation I think has been a bit more loose than I could expect to keep track of, so there's a high potential we're going to get rushed by armor, in which case the Stug 3G is going to, in most cases, prove a lot more advantageous, particularly on a smaller map like this where maneuvering is going to be a lot harder anyway. So it's one reason I'm not particularly a huge fan of cross-country, which the problem is, at least as far as I'm concerned, there's much worse 2 vs 2 maps in the automatic map pool, and I personally do wish Relic would clean it up. So if someone from Relic from watching this, please take a bit of work there, clean it out. There's a lot of bad maps in 2 vs 2s at the moment. Anyways, back to the main effort here. Sappers wiped out, Sturmgeschütz arriving for Das Vaterland, 21st Panzer Unit and the Pinabot machine gun. At this stage of the war though, any Stug Abteilung would have been purely independent. Before that there was actually a sort of, shall we say, not quite on paper but some informal organisational element where Stug battalions were actually attached to the Panzer Division, were considered an organic part of it, but late 1944 they would have been very much independent. So there would have been some sort of Stug Abteilung providing Stugs here to the Panzer Division. Fuel cache up here for Valkyrie. Good work there. But at the same time, this is sort of the fun timing. I'm actually building one myself to support me and my teammate. And certainly, if you can do that in a team game, it tends to be a pretty good idea. Fighting for the center here. Sturmgeschütz moving up. Pin up machine being added up. There's the infantry. Never hurts. Fuel cache down as well. Another Struggers was bash off here so far. It's, as you might notice, not making the biggest dent on the infantry, mostly on the terrain. 4 kills so far. Mortar here, though, so far has actually done a lot more for Valkyrie. 9 kills of only 3. We got the Shroud Panther quarters up here for Melker. Panther 4 wouldn't be a bad choice. Moving up here, going to try and pressure through here. Lots of action, lots of death, troops in reinforcing. No, I mean, keep in mind when you do this with a fort retreat point, you actually increase the reinforcement time of your units by a bit. That is worth noting there. Machine gun sniper all firing here, gun it is falling back a bit. Up here 2-2, good to go. Pioneers also good to move up once more for the Vaterland. We got a bit of support over here from me to back up Melker here in the east. Even as Ren is trying to force his way to the fuel point once more. Map is sort of 50-50 split, with 2 of the victory points in our hands, though a bit more map otherwise in the Allied hands. Gun these here. Caught. I was a bit too slow there in allowing him to fire. My mistake. My mistake. Stoop firing where the pin up machine gun opening up. 2-2 backing up machine gun pioneers here by the main road. And they're going to send the RPs round for added anti-infantry misery.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Fuel point there being hit, seeking Sturmgeschütz in the way. Since you've got 1, and again you're expecting Allied armor, you usually get 2 to make sure the Allied armor stays away, or at least, you know, dies most of the time. Plus 2 Stooks with pin-up machine guns can actually deal with infantry decently, so in that way it sort of also gives, you know, quite a bit of further support here. The longer term strategy will then actually get a pair of Ostwinds to work with this, because it's a surprisingly potent combo. 2 Stooks to deal with armor, can support with infantry, 2 double Ostwinds to deal with infantry, and can theoretically support with armor that flanks it. Plus double Ostwinds kind of work as infantry. 1 Ostwind is kind of naff. The double Ostwinds basically saturate the area where they're firing at with so many high precision rounds, it actually ends up being highly effective. Somehow. Go figure. Anyway, Struggers was unleashing another barrage here for Melker. Reporting a direct hit, but I'm not entirely sure what it hit. We hit ein Squirrel. Okay, we reported as a hit. Yeah, squirrels. No one likes them. I'm pretty sure Sophia hates them. And it is moving up. Here we got the 2-2 backing up. We got machine guns. We got Jackson all the way here for Valkyrie, plus more mortars backing up with a smaller mortar battery here to deal with the Jerrys, the Nazis. Machine gun firing away here. We're inside feeling a bit of the pressure, the heat, the Deutschland. And there you go, mortar plays number 2 up here for Rin. M36 action up here for Valkyrie to make life more miserable for the German army. Up here, machine gun being pushed back slowly by the sections. They're suddenly being pushed back, and now it's more the German army that's sort of in control of things to a degree. Here another push going on. Firing away, push Sturmgeschütz bombarding. Hammering away at the Tommies. Both almost got machine guns as well here. 2-2 they're taking damage and taking out by the 6-pounder gun. Stooks continue to blast away there. And there we go, pin up machine gun ready now. There we go. Adding a bit of extra anti-infantry again, basically means now technically got those with the added light machine guns on them, meaning infantry notice them moving across them, so they take a bit more damage from the Sturmgeschütz. And Eastern Melker continues to fight, though he's saying being to struggle a bit more. There's much greater density here of Valkyrie's forces, plus the mortars makes it much more perilous for Melker to attack across here, and he might want to consider some smoke screens or something else to make it a bit easier to actually, do these things, because otherwise the risk is just gutting himself. It's certainly something worth being mindful of. Of course, he might hope to just concentrate his opponent and then way hitting with the Stukas of first. Got a mine, almost got the mortar. Bit better kills this time around. Stuks moving up on the west side, backing up infantry, in this case pioneers. We're seeing being caught out in the open next to current fact by the Stuks. 6-pounder gun responding, and there you go, gets one kill. Might get another one with the machine guns at least, but we'll have to fall back in the face of the 6-pounder gun, taking the Stuk down to half health. And there we go, flat punch on the way here for the 21st Panzer Division in the east. A rifleman grabbing territory, and back here healing reinforcement going on as well. Machine gun repaired. Troops starting out here using ambush camouflage. Makes it hard for the sniper, of course, just to shoot them as well. That's the second benefit as well. Sort of also that way, sort of slightly helps counter snipers. If they can't see it, they can't shoot it. So it's not just the offensive bonus you want, it's also the whole sniper can't see the bastards and snipe them. The bastard. There's a lot worth keeping in mind here. In the east, Valkyrie advancing forwards once more. Might want to consider some mines if possible to make it much harder for Melker to attack head on. Forwards advancing, Jack's moving in here. Forwards they're catching the snappers out in the open. Second support here with the double Stuks. They're good, getting a kill on the machine guns. Got the flak panzer joining in the Ostwind. One of 3 flak panzers based off the Panzer IV chassis. Wrapping out under 5 front double Stuks and a flak panzer. That is a lot of firepower. A lot of pain. And the Allies got a lot of artillery fire in form of essentially 4 mortars. You got the 2 mortars, and then you got the mortar emplacement, which represents 2 mortars more. Melker's assault here head on is encountering severe resistance. Probably should have considered smoke screen to attack from another angle. Instead, he takes heavy casualties. His men are dying in the water, in the muck. And he's sadly not making much progress. Almost got a wipe there with him. Oh, he got a machine gun there with the Stukas of Woods. Very good, very good. Also from there, running covering fire of some sort. Not the biggest impact, but I brought up my own mortar, partly for smoke screens, because when I'm going to make the attack, I'm expecting some anti-tank defense, in which case I want smoke screen off. Also worth noting, Rin has yet to commit to any armor when he probably should be committing to it. But then again, the way he's operating tactically, he's instructing with manpower, so while he has plenty of fuel, he can't really do a lot with it, because he keeps pushing in a way that is, you know, somewhat expensive manpower-wise. Got a priest out there for Valkyrie, so now we got plenty of mortars and a howitzer there, plus of course the rest of the British artillery, though so far Rin has not shown much inclination towards using that. I'm about to go for a second Ostwind, and then we're going to make the push using smoke screens and armour. Conducting a decent combined arms push, though of course infantry will be backing up the armour assault as well. So flak panzer slowly approaching, a medic bunker up there as well. Panzer is in repairs, the 2 firing down here on Melker's position, trying to take out the mechanized regiment headquarters. Snipers moving up, 33 kills on that fellow, and there we go, we got hammer tactics, so Rin is aiming for comets. Interesting choice. Melker's force is looking a bit depleted. Not a lot of infantry left. Not really any support, but there's mostly just a few folks of the Panther and the Stukas of Furs. It's looking a bit rough in some ways here for Melker. His 4th gun position looks a bit awkward. But at least the way Valkyrie continues to play makes it easier for the Stukas to get some kills in there, so that's good for him. Stukas moving in, flak punch moving up. Smokes in there going in, and there you go, pushing forwards for Deutschland. Stuk taking direct hit here, but there you go, smoke around lands on the anti-tank, preventing from firing. Also moving in. Stuks moving in. Infantry following up as well. Here Grenadiers, Pioneers. There we go. Heavy damage being inflicted on the machine. All saying that. We'll go quick to the section down here. Samples being blasted. There we go. Almost got the section. Almost got the section. Bren gun dropped. 6-pounder gun moving up. Stuks doing what they can here for Das Vaterland. There you go. Samples caught here with the double flak panzers. My notes is they are dying really fast once you get 2 top flak panzers on. And there you go. 6-pounder gun also in trouble. We've got the Stuks going here for the mortar emplacement. Almost got the 6-pounder gun, but not quite. Cash down. Nope, by the way, in this case, I'm setting up for close the bloody pocket. Just need a bit more. Bit more. There's also the secondary part of the assault's goal here. Setting up for closer pop, clearing out the cache we had spotted earlier. Section there bunching up in front of the double flak panzers, machine gun wiped. Got one Ostwind. And there we go. We're going for it. We're going for it. Break supply line inbound. And close the pocket. Hexenkessel. Mortar taken out. Both mortars there completely obliterated. Leaving Valkyrie without any sort of light artillery support here. This does not quite this. He didn't only grab the fuel point there right before I activated it, so not quite any luck there for me. Stormtrooper appearing here to try and harass. Grenade off here for Valkyrie, pushing the Stormtrooper out in the open. That's going to force retreat there. Unexpected lieutenant there either way though. Put a pressure there on the allies and got a few units at the very least. Commandant here for in. And just, you know, a bit more munitions, just in case anything remotely allied is hiding about there. Stuke's falling back repairs, Ostwind also there. Gonna need another Ostwind flak panzer. And we got here Rain Tankling assault here with the section of the Comet. Encountering stout German resistance. Stuke's moving up here to push back the Comet. A artillery fire raining in from the Priest of Valkyrie. Trying to back up Rin's assault here. And there you go. Stuke's versus the Comet. Taking it down to less than half health there in 2 volleys. Flak panzer should be good to go. Again, not much else happening. Troops standing still. Grenadiers left on their own. Probably need some support of some sort. Dane, get it down there. Schnell. In East, Melker continues reports here. Bit of reckless assault does some damage here to Valkyrie, but the question is, does he actually gain more? And actually, he's paying for, because it doesn't look like he's gaining a lot for the price he's paying. Stukas was firing again. Looks like he took something out there. I'm not entirely sure what. Looks like a machine gun troop got sent somewhat sky high. We got 18 kills on the Stukas of Fuss. Black Panther finally getting a move on there. It was a bit too slow to getting going, to be honest. Going there for the section. Upgrading in the Tommies with the 30mm flak. Mortar white. We've got Stormtrooper hit with a Sturmgewehrs. Got the Priest frying, current being repaired. Lead Stormtrooper advancing, going for the calf point. And once to spot the Comet, I retreat them because the Comet can do a lot of damage very fast if you're not careful. Back here, healing enforcement, another flak panzer on the way. Command Panther being repaired. You could consider going for a regular Panther to back it up. You could also go for the Panzer IV, theoretically a Yak Panzer, depending on what Melker wants. Repairs going on here. Rin is going to be on any time off him, so yes, another Comet, even a Cromwell. As for Valkyrie, could go for Jack and go for a Sherman. There's a few options there. Him and the 3rd Armored. Folks, they need to be careful. Fighting as a regulars down for the center victory point. Another Stukas of us here from Melker. There's Barrage. In this case, though, I'm not entirely sure how that was supposed to work. Didn't really do much. Got another Priest for Valkyrie now. That definitely feels like an awkward choice. Like, they need more armor to actually push out. With the artillery scrape for some bombarding a dug in position. The problem is Melker is not really digging in hard, and while I'm certainly on the defensive, I'm not so much relying on a lot of heavy defenses. More I'm just relying infantry supported by armor to swiftly counterattack if necessary. So I feel like double priests is a strategic misjudgment by Valkyrie, rather than actually wildly useful. I mean, we were really heavily dug in. Sure, great, double priest is really going to punish us forward, but I mean, with this many Stooks and Austrians plus Panthers, artillery's not exactly going to be in a huge factor, is it? And his Flak Panther moving out, supported by the command tank. You got a 6-pound gun here, which has to quickly fall back. Lots of moving forwards. Could consider maybe supporting the mortar and the smoke. Our way coming in the fire from the Stooks, almost getting it. Flak Panther looking for the 6-pound gun incoming on the flank. And he'll actually pop breakthrough to quickly get out. It's basically a mass blitzkrieg except for no defensive bonuses. Then again, Valmont Blitzkrieg doesn't have that. I kind of wish it did. But there you go. Brit blow up in from the double Flak Panther Mountain. Notice there, Sonny taking some very heavy casualties from the Flak Panthers. Like, those casualties piled up very fast. And the Sabs again, double Flak Panthers firing at them. They are quickly dropping. Again, I mean, double Flak Panthers can, do some damage to infantry. Very fast. And it's not like they're that much more expensive than, say, going for the Sturm Panzer anyways. The right here, things get a bit messed up in terms of path, which I must have risk losing. We've got the commoing in as well here. Stooks are too far moved to support. There you go, Flak Panzer down, some shot, one Stook, one Flak Panzer. We've got the Stook and Interson slightly pushed back here thing, but not quite enough. Stormtrooper machine gun fire covering fire here as the Deutsche Armee retreats. And in these things, you can see that Melker's going to take advantage of a bit of the chaos. He took out the Jackson, almost got the ambulance, but lost his Panther. He still has the Command Panther, which is desperately trying to extricate itself from the mess. We've got almost done with assault rifles pushing through their own blend curve, a frangible grenade there. Frangible, by the way, means breakable. And so, shattering. Fun stuff. So we got the priest firing away there. One that's been taken out, so it's really short one. I definitely feel like double priest was a mistake there by Valkyrie. Big 2 points wise is still pretty close between the two. Machine hunting out here. Sniper hiding away all the way there. 41 kills, the really impressive work by Rin. Ultimately annoying from my perspective. Commandane gonna need some repairs still. We got, though he's prioritizing here, fixing up the mortar fleet. We got the vehicle crew there trying to repair it. Wait, how do we know to repair emplacements? Just throwing sandbags. It works like that. And then it explodes. Silly. Machine gun holding the line here against the Thomas section there for the center victory point. You can soon go for another Flak Panther and another Stook. Not much further off. Comet setting out there. Rin's not too far off from another Comet either. Valkyrie probably should go for some tank destroyers, at least as Sherman, because he's down to just the priest, and that's not going to help much as the Command Panther, or the Stooks, or the Flak Panthers. So I definitely feel like there needs to be some change in strategy there from Valkyrie. Bottom up, got two running down here. Section push back here. The German takes a few hits, need to fall back as well, which of course necessitates the armor falling back since that's going to be too exposed. Second Sturmgeschütz arriving. Command Panther sitting out for Melker, close to eventually 2. Victory points remain a bit to the back and forth here. Them used for the Pilfer Piet, need to get her out of there before the Comet sends them to hell. Very closer to the second Comet here for Rins. We'll have to see if that's what he's planning here or if there's something else going on within the Byzantine corridors that make up his brain. Troops standing about here till the Vikings rain down here to provide cover for the infantry as they advance. Another close to pocket byway is an option if someone can cut things off again. Gebalteladung. As Melker meets an assault here though. Very short-lived counter-attack, very localized. Incredibly localized in fact. We got the 6 moving up here in the west, Flak Panzer with counter-attack, setting up for another one. Plus by a build of munitions class to support me and Melker with more munitions for grenades, abilities and whatnot, in particular since I'm planning more close to pocket and break supply lines. Our munitions cache can help a lot with that. So Melker is probably mostly just going to mean more grenades and probably a few more flares. Pioneers there with the Bren gun. We got the combat in the room. We got the second one halfway down there for a Rin and the 52nd Infantry Division. Stugs preparing, also moving up. Can almost go for a second one. And we got more Stugas as far here from Melker. Not making the biggest splash for sure. But always keeping up the infantry maneuvers here with the Volksgrenadiers. Dealing with the Tommies before then retreating. Pack 40 hanging back. Can still go for that second Flak Panzer. And there we go. More Flak Panzers. We got here Ring on the defensive. He's probably setting up for an attack of his own. Or he might be anticipating an attack from me. But either way, it seems like it is going to be an attack here. Lots of sappers, lots of infantry section, noting a lot of Piats. This is clearly wanted with the armor. I'm setting up position, machine guns, infantry, mortars, armor. Everything's been lined up here for an assault. It seems like it is going to be Rangers goes first, meaning everything defeated reasonably well. I can then sort of make a pretty easy push myself. If on the other hand, if I take too much damage while defending, obviously it's going to give him more time to mess up defensive zone. Machine needs to fall back. Comet falling back a bit here. Second one done though. We got the option flanking in from Melker. Very good command point assist as well here to help out the attack here. Sends Valkyrie still. Well, he's moving up. He's not going to make much further progress there without a tank to deal with the Schwab 100 quarters. So Melker can more easily, I think, afford to support me. Stugas was firing here, trying to catch some of the Tommies, but another barracks that mostly goes off the mark, unfortunately. Panther infantry moving forwards. Fixing up the Stuga a bit. Another Panther on the way there for Melker. And he continues to push ahead here. I believe at this stage I'm beginning to realise I probably shouldn't support Melker here, though we got 6 moving up here, counter-attacking, though they're already slow on health for some reason. He just keeps pushing it in and they get wiped, dropping a Bren gun as well. Quite a loss of Rin, losing 2 sections in a short amount of time here. Not hugely sustainable. We can see that Melker now going for the CoH point, very good. Finally getting a move on here. That preparation has got delayed a bit there. In the east we can see there Valkyrie moving ahead. He's also dug in here with several layers of sandbags. He is taking no chances. He's really expecting Melker to attack head on, but he's all busy down here. Moving forward here, moving in the Flak Panzers, going here for the sections and trying to catch us now here with the second order taking heavy damage. In fact, almost getting rocked here by the double Flak Panzers. Got the double sabs moving up, snap fire there on the Flak Panzers. Stugs moving up into nearby. Back here's going to continue. Panther doing it a bit here with the Jackson infantry remains in the positions. Valkyrie remains very defensive here. Very dug in. Though it is worth noting he's not bothering in fighting positions, but you'd sort of be figured with an extension of such a strand. He's now going up to try and take up the bad repair or mechanized ring. And he's also got the Schwab punch and quarters. Bit of a loss there for Melker. And there we go, going for a close to pocket again here. Down here for offensive support Melker as well. Let's see how much damage that does, and if that is actually considered inside or not. But there you go, till the firing down. There we go, some losses in the infantry. Pushing up here as well with the Flak Panzers with the Stugs. Going into the base of machine gun sniper, they've been caught by the Flak Panzers. Sniper could finally go down, there you go, wiped out. Melker taking advantage of the two destruction up for here. He's calling, I think, one of his own, possibly. I can't. Anyways, almost got the Jackson here. Units being murdered by the Flak Panzers. Stugs hanging back, Panthers moving up here. Taking out the Jackson, Comet exposed. Almost got one there with the Panthers. Eventually free gain on the command Panther. There you go. Calm it down, calm it down. Almost got the second one. Infantry moving forward into the flak Panthers. The machine guns, the stormtroopers, everything being pushed back here. Down to just one column. The lower health Panthers falling back. Almost lost the Panther. We got more artillery there. Almost taking out the Panthers. But in the end, didn't quite wake up an infantry yet. Clearing out the 6-pounder gun. A brutal assault here on the Allies sees most of their forces in the end shattered. Close the pocket is amazing. Definitely, I think, my favourite ability in all of the company here is all of gaming history. That's just close the pocket. Certified called in here. Byron in a desperate bid to stop Melker from advancing too far. Gets the orbital done and quite a few float grenadiers. Emplacement under attack. Even in death, he aggressively T-poses. There we go, Stukas is far there further, trying to murder whatever few units are left there for Rin. Arm being repaired here. Down to 226. Almost got the sappers there with the flak panzer. More sections on the way there for Rin. We can actually soon go for another comet. As for Valkyrie, Valkyrie is not in an amazing state. I'm actually beginning to send troops eastwards just to grab territory and harass there. Trying to see if we can't bleed them out of victory points faster. Lots of troops running about here. Comet setting out there for Rin. Quad on the western front here, as the Allies are somehow assembling for an attack, and I'm just getting ready possibly for our next push. But until I am not going to make a move because I'm in a pretty comfortable position and we got no intention to try and throw it away, to be honest. Why would I? It's a bit of quiet here with grenadiers standing about, flak panzers, Austrians, machine guns, mortars, Pak-40s. Tommy's being obliterated as he tried to crawl forwards. Good lord, those German machine guns, that's not cricket. Well, it's called a war, mate. Bren gun dropped. Just being held up here in the centre. Bren is just running out of forces. Melker training the defences on Valkyrie here. His own line of sandbags. I'm becoming Melker's line of sandbags. Panthers moving up. You find the machine guns blazing away at the Americans. It's the armies. Valkyrie just doesn't have any more armor. Ambulance down. Don't know how many ambulances lost. Lucas was flying there again. Almost getting a much infantry. Probably trying to run over the Panther here, to be honest, and it looks like that's what we're doing here. There we go. Forcing a full retreat here. Got another supply break in. Bound. More chaos. Flak Panther stood in here flanking the Comet. There we go, cut off. There's not really a lot too close to pocket on, but details. We're winning, so might as well have some fun and just cause some chaos. Plus, people tend to freak out at the sound of the Jericho trumpet, so there's also just the psychological effect of it. And there you go. With that, a surrender. The Allied forces shattered. The 3rd Armoured and the 52nd Infantry Division are forced to fall back here in the face of a vicious and spirited armoured assault here by the 21st Panzer Division. Lots of damage, lots of casualties in the end. Least suffered by me. Melker certainly, I would say, carried this fight quite aggressively, as we might have noted. Sort of swinging about left, right and centre, aggressively taking advantage of anything to just hit hard. Swinging about, then sweeping. Good play there, ruled by Melker. I sort of acted more, shall we say, as the anvil, Melker as the hammer. I suppose you mean terms from Walter Mordel, sword and shield. Valkyrie definitely feel like in that sense was the weaker player, like he was just trying to artillery it out. Problem is, neither me or Melker were particularly playing a playstyle that made artillery really effective. He'd been off with just more armor and tank destroyers. Compared to the Rin, I think was too slow as well with just armor getting out. They was relying too much on artillery as well, allowing us that way also further just ground them down, throwing some good close to pocket, some good armored assaults, and things slowly went very sour for the Allies. So there you go, fight hiding. I think how you can use the Austrians. Usually, let's say, get a pair of them. The power of armoured assaults, the power of close the pocket, and of course just occasionally using smoke screens as well. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, share with everyone. If you like what I do, you can also donate or pledge on Patreon. It allows me to keep doing these videos. So if you like what I do consider it. Links in the video description. This is ImperialDane, and cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.